Oh my god! I feel like I haven't done a video like this for so long, since the old age time. Sit on this very floor we're on right now, eat some food, chat some SH honey iced tea. The videos I posted, they've been like vlogs. Like I feel like I haven't done like a sat in chat for ages. That's what today's video is. I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me some questions to catch you up on my life. Anyway, as I was saying, I was about to say a lot has changed with my life. I'm telling you now, my life is a very slow-paced, slow-moving thing. One thing about me is you cannot speak to me for a year and I'll probably be in the exact same position I was a year ago. Well, there is a few things to update you on. Most of the questions, which actually excited me, because like I feel like I briefly mentioned it. I don't even know where I would have mentioned it. I mentioned it on Snapchat, but when I checked earlier, I had so many questions about when I'm moving, what's my plan for moving, am I still moving? I mean, I don't wanna... I'm always like, I don't want to say too much because I'm going to evil eye myself, but then my mouth can't like not just shut the fuck up. You didn't know, I actually bought this flat. I bought this, oh my god, I'm breaking the sushi. Bought this flat in 2019, so 5 years ago about, and I have loved it. I feel like I learned a lot about type of space I want to live in, the areas I want to live in, all that kind of stuff. In a funny sort of way, you would think that Medic! In a funny sort of way, you would think that like moving about and trying a bunch of different areas would make you be more... What is the word I'm trying to say? My brain is not working today. Be more educated. That's not the word I'm meaning, but we'll just use it. On the type of area that you want to buy in. But I actually think being put in one area for 5 years has made me like go out and visit friends in all these different areas over the past 5 years. See how they live without actually having to commit to like new places. One thing about me is I will destroy a piece of sushi with chopsticks. Like, what the fuck was that? Oh my god. Hell, I'm pretty much, as soon as my flat is sold, I'm moving on. It's gonna be a bit of a longer process than it would be like if you were just buying, because obviously I've got to have all the viewings at this actual flat, then they've got to put an offer in, I've got to accept the offer, flat handling, and then I have to do the exact same thing on the other side to move into a new place. So not only can I not like give a date on when I think I'm gonna move, but like it's not really gonna be a quick process. So as much as I'm in hell, I'm so excited because I moved in 2019. I was a 19-year-old boy and I have the worst interior design taste. I'm talking like I've still got the white fluffy cushions. It's giving Zoella, it's giving rose gold, it's giving Primark home. If that is your gig and your get up, absolutely go for it, babe. But my taste has changed since then. I've become more sure of myself and what I like. Whereas back then I definitely just watched Zoella's home tour and just copied everything that she had from H&M Home. But it's kind of been like, when it got to the point where I knew I wanted to change everything up, I kind of knew I was going to be out soon. I've actually vlogged the whole thing, but I'm not posting it until I've signed a contract and I'm in a new place, because I'm not evil eye myself. Do not worry, I'm taking everybody along with me. It has been vlogged all on that camera and this little mobile cellular device right here. Saving all the footage for once I've actually moved, and then there'll be a whole moving series to come. I don't want to jinx anything, because could you imagine the embarrassment if I uploaded a whole moving vlog, like, come house hunting with me, and then it's just like, I'm not moving, guys. Like, that's humiliating. It's social suicide. But it will come, don't worry. Touch wood. That is glass. Is there a thing which is like, if you say touch wood and you don't touch wood, it's like bad for you? Because I feel like that should be a thing. Someone asked me, how was dental surgery? If you don't follow me on Snapchat, I'm a Snap girl now. I'm a Snap star. I'm a Snap superstar. No idea what I'm talking about, but I had to get a filling.
It's just, this just feels like rubber. I can't really speak right now.
I didn't realize how intense fillings were. Like, I feel like people say they're going for fillings all the time, and I just thought that it was like basically the same as a checkup. People understate a filling. Why did no one pre-warn me that I was gonna like have a numb mouth for my whole entire day and someone soaring inside my mouth, an area which should only be reserved for preservative foods? I still have to have my wisdom tooth out. I went on holiday with William Calming to Mexico, which I have a vlog for that coming soon. It will be the next video after this. Why am I speaking so slowly today? But yeah, I need to have my wisdom tooth out, and my whole plan was that I was like, right, when I get back from Mexico, I'll book it in. From Mexico about a month and a bit now. And nothing has still happened. Someone's asked me what TV shows I've been watching at the moment. I've been watching, obviously I watched Love Island, but is it just me, or do these, and I don't mean this in a rude way because you know I love my Love Island, but why do I feel like I cannot escape this batch of Love Islanders? It's harder to get a job. That's not what I meant. I meant like it's harder to like remain relevant and like get the brand deals and stuff nowadays. So they kind of had to do everything they can. Like it ended weeks ago. I watched Heartstopper. I spoke about this on my podcast. Never play with plug if you don't want to subscribe to the podcast. I said on the podcast that I finished watching Heartstopper. I cried 3 times watching Heartstopper. That is not like me to cry at a piece of media. I finished watching it and it's such like a sweet, nice show. I just felt like so sad, like in a way that like no other TV show has ever made me feel. So I did my research and like it's like an actual thing. For fuck's sake! I can't eat. It's like an actual thing that sort of people my age unlocks. Not me getting psychological on this channel. Okay, study tuber. But it unlocks a part of your brain in terms of the molecular anatomy. Hell, that sounds straight out of a GCSE textbook. That makes you sad. See, everybody watches teen dramas when they're younger. That is unrealistic. Watch those teen dramas when you're a teen. You expect your later life to look like that. And then when you reach that later life, you're like, oh, it's not actually like that. Someone like myself has never had a show like Heartstopper to relate to. Then it unlocks a part of your brain which is like, oh my god, I never had that for myself. I'm so sad and now that moment's passed. When realistically, like if I watched that when I was 14, I wouldn't feel like that because I would know that's not realistic by the time I get to that age. Does that make sense? What else have I even been watching? I started Go, which I've been watching with my friends. The Lena Dunham show. I have it on Sky. It's good. I'm enjoying it. I'm just finding it hard to properly get involved in it. It's being a little bit of a slow burner for me, I can't lie. But speaking of Sky, I'm watching it with my friends. I wanted to tell you guys about Sky Live. I don't sound like Davina McCall on Big Brother. I was giving, you are live on Sky Live. Please do not swear. Since when was Davina McCall from Essex? Sky Live, a cool new product from Sky, which basically is like a camera attachment to your Sky Glass. So you can watch shows with your friends, you can chat with your friends, you can do so many things. For example, I like to use it for Zoom calls. Like it's giving like apprentice boardroom. I'm giving business a mogul when I'm having my calls on Sky Live. You can also use it to watch along shows with your friends. If your friend also has a Sky Glass, you can watch the show and at the same time you can see each other. So it's basically like you're together. I like this feature a lot because let me tell you, one thing I can't stand is a bitch who speaks over a show. I will mute you if you start speaking too loud. I'm getting it from your facial expressions. I don't need to hear the blah blah blah. Also use the Sky Glass to work out because they have a personal trainer section and live home workout. And you can also use Sky Live to play games. Love it! It's basically meaning that I can hang out and watch shows with my friends without actually having to leave my house. Because it's not necessary. We do not need to make treacherous journeys to watch television shows together when it can be done in the comfort of my own home. The TFL prices are raising through the roof. I don't need to waste that money. I'll leave a link in the description box down below where you can check out Sky Glass and the Sky Live all in full. This is the future, guys. Trust me on this. Someone asked, okay, well, actually a lot of people were asking like, what's your long-term life plan? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? What will you do if influencing dies down? Are we calling myself old? I'm 25 next year. It makes me feel physically sick. Like I feel 90. Like that was so old to me when I was younger. However, you say that, I have actually been thinking about this a lot recently. And someone else asked me, well actually I'll get onto that in a sec. But in terms of like 10-year plan, what do I want to do? What will I do if influencing dies down? I'm scared to say it because as I said, evil eye. And I'm not going to say what I want to do just because that is actual evil eyeing. But it's sort of in a similar field to this. I will always do specifically YouTube forever and ever and ever. Even if it's one video a year. Because my favorite, literal favorite part of this job is that for the past like 8 years, I can jump into my life at any moment and have a full-blown vlog of any birthday, a holiday I've been on, even like a certain time of my life. Like it's absolutely insane that I have that much like sort of documented. What is the word I'm trying to say, girl? Because let's focus on that before you try and speak. Like that much of like a you know what I mean. I'm not even gonna try and say a word. Like, I'm so blessed to have that. So I think I will always, even like all the way till I'm like an old lady. But like I would just love to have like more bows to my string. I just don't want to rely on this for everything for the rest of my life. I have other things that I want to do even besides influencing because it'll be like coinciding along everything else I do. It's not me being like, by the way guys, I'm actually studying to be a lawyer starting tomorrow. So I'm going to have to wipe every single trace of me on the internet. I also think that I've led a pretty good life in terms of like not really caring and not really putting too much stress on myself. Like other things. Also, my life is boring. As I said, like nothing much has changed from the past year. I just would love more stuff to go on in my life and like have other things that are going on. Someone also asked, why do you not post much anymore? There's multiple reasons to this. I hate social media. No, I'm joking. I actually don't hate social media. I have just developed the world's most irrational anxiety around posting on social media. And I think that's come with age and also the amount of time that I've been doing this full time. It just feels like That literally sounded like someone came into my flat. That was terrifying. Everything I do is just like, I overthink it. Especially on Instagram. I used to use it a lot for validation from other people. I don't take pictures of myself. I used to always ask people, like literally every week I would plan an outfit, get someone to take a picture of me just so I could like have something new to post on Instagram. Go and look at my Instagram. I'm pretty sure all my posts from this year have just been like pictures from when I was on holiday. Yeah, like none of them have been like, oh, can you stop and take a picture of me kind of vibe. And I just like it. And I have a lot of friends who do social media. A lot of my girls who do influencing fashion full time. I know they say influencers don't work hard. Those fashion girlies, they have full regimes. They have schedules. I just wouldn't want my social media to become that, because then I think I would end up hating it. I hope that answered your question. And I do want to post more because, as I said, I love looking back on stuff. But like, my favorite social media app is still Twitter. Is there anyone even on Twitter anymore? Loads of questions asking, am I still with my boyfriend? Yes, I am. Loads of questions asking why I don't post about my relationship. My partner isn't a social media person. And it's quite simple as that. Like, I have seen people who have like got in a relationship with someone who's not in social media, heavily featured them on their content, and then they break up, and then all of a sudden they're still at all these events and stuff. Also, I think it's such a red flag if you get in a relationship with someone who priorly doesn't do social media or anything like that. And I have a friend who's in a relationship and he wanted to be in all of her vlogs, in all of the things and stuff like that. And I was just like, that is such a red flag, because it's like weird to me. Like, it's weird. Why is a man there? Why is a man there? I just like that it's not online. That's literally the only reason. There is no, I mean, also, I'm sorry, couple stuff fringes me to the core. I literally couldn't think of anything worse than making one of those TikToks which is like, me and Nick are da-da-da. He likes rugby, football. Don't, I hate it, I hate it. You will never, ever, ever catch me making a compilation. I'm pretty sure in our 2 years we have 5 pictures together. I had to reuse the same birthday pictures this year. There's your answer. I also have people being like, why don't you post friends anymore? Are you still friends with this person? You don't post this person anymore. Well, I'm too, I was about to say mature. Bitch, you're sat on your actual living room floor eating sushi that is crumbling through your chopsticks. That is the furthest thing from mature. I don't care about falling out with people. Can you see yourself living out of London in the future? No. I was actually having this conversation with someone the other day because they were being like, oh, I want to raise kids outside of London. I was like, why? And they were like, good point. Like I actually like didn't think why. Yeah, in terms of financial reasons, it is an extremely sort of, I guess lucky is the right word, position to be in if you are able to afford. I don't even know if I will have kids full stop. It is a sort of luxury to be able to raise children in London because it is just so expensive and it keeps getting more and more expensive. If I'm in the position to still be in London, I will stay in London until I am literally on death's doors. I might move to like an island in the Bahamas on my retirement, but in terms of like majority of my life, I never want to lose. The only place I would like to move to, and again I would only move there for like 6 months, would be New York. I probably prefer New York to London, just because one thing I hate about London is how bad the like nightlife is. Like, I have like my friends who I go out with and I know my favorite like bars and spots and events that go on, but nothing is open past a certain time. And to be honest, it's kind of, it's less of an issue now. I go home a lot earlier because I can't drink that much anymore, guys. I used to be that bitch who was like, hangovers don't affect me. Nah, what you want about, mate? Hangovers don't affect me. Y'all, I don't actually know. Do you know what? I still am blessed in the sense that like I don't get too often physical hangovers. I'm saying that as if I didn't throw up in Beaconsfield service station the Sunday just passed. Guys, it's actually so embarrassing. I never thrown up like that. Is this TMI? Sorry if you got a metaphobia, babe. Skip on a minute. I have never thrown up like that in my life. It was like a creature from Harry Potter was trying to get outside of me. I had a horse throat for 3 days. Ew! But it was so bad. And I came out and my friend was in Greg's. The high life of the luxury. And I came running out. I had tears streaming down me. I was like, oh my God. Annie, that was the worst throw up of my entire life. And this sweet, sweet, lovely girl in Greg's was like, oh my God, like, is everything okay? Like, do you need water or anything? And I was like, oh my God, no, don't worry, babe. Like, I'm fine. Like, I just thrown up, it's fine. Like, oh, okay, I was just making sure. By the way, you look for Lewis, I love you on YouTube. And I was just like, probably sick, still fresh in my mouth. But yeah, as I was saying, I mainly don't get physical hangovers anymore. The mental hangover though, girl. I, for the first time in, I can't remember since when, but I went out Thursday, Friday, Saturday last week for the first time in ages. I felt sick to my stomach with nerves for the next, literally today is the first day that I felt fine. The most anxious person ever, and I've never really, like, thankfully struggled with anxiety in my past before. Like, I've never been an anxious person. Oh my God, I literally, like, everything, like, I had to change TV shows every hour because I was just like, I can't do this. What was I even saying? Oh yeah, London shit in terms, but even like, you can't find a pub that will serve you you past 11:30. That is the one downfall of London. Plus the extortionate price of it, but also like I'm saying London or New York, like New York is also extortionate. Difference like why I might slightly prefer New York is it just feel like more's a bit more going on. But maybe it's also just because I have been in London a lot longer, so I feel like I've rinsed it. But yeah, I can't even remember what the question was. My biggest goal at the moment, I don't really have. That's sad. That's really sad. But there's a difference between manifestation and evil eyeing. Like, you know, you're supposed to speak things into existence. I don't like doing that because it absolutely petrifies me. I think my goals have probably changed in the past year, to be fair. I couldn't tell you why, they just have. Someone asked me, are you gonna get a dog when you move? I'm gonna wait at least, I would say, a year. At least. I wouldn't be able to look after a dog right now. Also, my flat is too small to even have a dog. It's never been a question in this flat because I've always known it's too small to have a dog in here. We'll see. I would not rush into it. I would like to think that in a year's time, I may be in the position. And finally, someone asked, when will you and Millie and Carmi next go on holiday? I don't know, because my actual only plan was to go on that one holiday this year. I'm going on holiday with my family in September, which I'm very excited for. Maybe I'll like TikTok vlog or something. I actually think Flossie's coming to join us on that for a bit, which will be fun. But in terms of like holidays with other people, I was very lucky that I got taken to New York, and then I went again to New York and Mexico in summer, and I just feel like that's it for me. One thing about me, which a lot of people always say, is like, I'm not a holiday person. Like, a lot of my friends are always like, Lewis, you have so much free time. I don't understand why you don't go on holidays more. I just like being in London. Like, I don't know. Anyway, I hope I've caught you all up on my life. If there's anything else you want to find out about me, drop it in the comments, babe. I'll get back to you like an email from Human Resources. I will see you guys very soon for a brand new video, and thanks for watching. Bye!